Honey, do Mom a favor. Take this down to the mailbox, okay?
Okay, I love you, Mom.
I love you too.
After school one day, a young girl was asked by her mother to take a letter to the mailbox. She was never seen or heard from again. Her abandoned bicycle was the only clue to her disappearance. Eight-year-old Vicki Lynn Hoskinson grew up in Flowing Wells, a suburb of Tucson, Arizona. She was the youngest in a family brought together by the second marriage of her mother, Debbie Carlson.
There was something about her that grabbed your heart the minute you were around her. When you looked into her eyes, you saw this depth of wisdom that was beyond her years.
Vicki was a third grader at Homer Davis Elementary School. She was a tomboy, more interested in football than dollhouses. Sam Hall was her teacher and athletic coach.
She always had a smile on her face, sparkle in her eye. Incredible athlete, willing to give 110%. Do anything for you, innocent, trustworthy.
Vicki's prized possession was the pink Stingray bicycle she rode to the mailbox on the day she disappeared. To get to the mailbox, Vicki headed down a dirt path behind some neighbors' homes, went down a dead-end street, and over an uncleared area of desert brush. Her mother expected Vicki back in 10 minutes. When she didn't return, she sent her older daughter Stephanie to look for her.
Stephanie came right back and she was hysterical. She was crying. She said, "Mom, I found Vicki's bike in the middle of the road." And I go, "What do you mean you found Vicki's bike in the middle of the road?" She goes, "It was laying in the middle of the road." And she goes, "Something's wrong, something's wrong."
My mom got in the car and drove around and picked up the bicycle and, rode through the neighborhood looking for Vicki. And when she returned home, she called the police.
Police converged on the area. None of the residents on that street had seen Vicki. The only sign the little girl had even been there was the abandoned bicycle found near the mailbox.
At the time, we thought we were possibly looking for just a missing child who had failed to come home after going out to do an errand for her mother. And as the search went on, it became obvious that something other than a normal disappearing child had occurred.
Hundreds of volunteers searched the nearby desert, and police helicopters scoured the area. Vicki's family pleaded for her safe return on local television.
My faith in God that He's watching over her and He's protecting her and that He is going to bring her home to us. I really believe that she's still alive.
Police received a number of calls from people who claimed to have seen a child who looked like Vicki.
There were a lot of Vicki sightings. It's not an unusual phenomenon when you ask people to go look for such a person, and our community was actively looking for Vicki.
But all of the sightings were dead ends. Within days of Vicki Lynn Hoskinson's disappearance, yellow ribbons appeared all over Tucson as a sign of the community's concern for the missing 8-year-old girl.
The picture of Vicki that is locked in everyone's mind of this little gap-toothed 8-year-old girl, the way Vicki was forever frozen in most people's memory, was everywhere. It was on the front page of the newspapers many times. It was on billboards around town. It was on TV so often. It was one incident and one person who really brought Tucson together.
But police had no solid leads on Vicki's whereabouts. The local police called in the FBI, who wanted to question the last teacher at school who had seen the little girl alive. It was Vicki's athletic coach, Sam Hall, and the